Hey, this is Chuck, and this is going to be the third part of my thrift store find, going through it with you guys. I have still not sorted through them personally. I just wanted to do it on video with other people so we can all get a surprise together, maybe. So I've got 2 1/3 milk crates left. I'm trying to divide it maybe into 2 videos, maybe 3. So I think I've got my lighting issue fixed. We will see how that turns out. First thing I'm going to share with you, though, is 3 records that I bought yesterday from a local shop I did not know was an antique shop. I stopped in there because they were having a bake sale. I wanted to see what they had for the bake sale. And the name of the place did not lend itself to being a thrift store, antique store. So, walked in and they actually had about 10 78s for sale. I picked out 3 of them, and I'll show you what I picked out right quick, and then we'll get started on the randoms. First thing I picked up was Hank Williams on MGM. They'll never take her love from me, and why should we try anymore? It's a little rough and a little dirty. It'll probably play fine after some cleanup. I always grab Hank Williams. I like Hank. My boys like Hank. Kalijah was my favorite song when I was a kid, and I do have Kalijah on MGM. Second thing I picked up is Stan Freberg on Capitol, Ragtime Dan, and John and Marcia on a promotional Capitol record. Grabbed it because it was a promo. And these are a little scratched up. A little more than I thought they were, but it's all right. I'm happy enough with them anyway. Third thing I picked up was another Capitol promotional record by K-Star, Someday Sweetheart on one side and Bonaparte's Retreat on the other. Not sure how uncommon promotional records are, but it's different, so that's what I'll grab. And those are the 3 from the shop I walked to yesterday. I'll get started on this the randoms from the thrift store. Columbia, Ray Noble, The Streets of Laredo, and Underneath the Linden Tree. And as usual, the rest of these thrift store finds are, dirty, need cleaned up. Some in decent condition, some not so much. This one is something weird going on with one side of it. I'm going to have to clean it and see. Savoy, Cozy Cole and his orchestra, Talk to Me, and Body and Soul. It's on the Savoy label. Decca, Fletcher Henderson, Happy as the Day is Long, and As Long as I Live, and this is a pretty good looking Decca record. Not bad condition at all for the thrift store. And these thrift store records, I think I wound up paying anywhere between 2 and 5 cents a piece for them, if you count all the 33s and 45s that I gave away. That would make each individual record between 2 and 5 cents. So, scratch, dirty. What's 5 cents? Bomar Records, Songs from Singing Fun, Christmas Tree Angel and On a Christmas Night on one side, Funny Little Snowman, 10 Little Jingle Bells and Snowflakes on the other side, Marilyn Horne, soprano, Richard Robinson, tenor, and the other side is Marilyn Horne, soprano. Not related to Tony Soprano, I don't suppose. Yeah, bad joke. Bomar Educational Records, Songs from Singing Fun. The other one just said Bomar Records. This one says Bomar Educational. Marilyn Horne singing Little Seeds, 3 Little Ducklings in Springtime. And the other side, I Wiggle My Hands and 2 Little Hands. This one's actually in a sleeve, which is a good sign. Maybe it's clean. And yeah, it's cleaner than the others, yeah. Not 100% sure that's a 78, but it's a 10-inch. But that doesn't mean anything. Another Richard Robinson Bowmar educational record, 3 Little Pumpkins in a Pumpkin Patch in Indians. Other side is a Thanksgiving Prayer, 3 Turkeys, and Walking Weather. Marnie Nixon soprano and Richard Robinson tenor. Not going to take it out of the sleeve. I'm just going to show you the label on one side. Got a lot to go through. Don't want to spend a whole lot of time on each individual record unless it's something unusual. So far I haven't. Okay, here's ARA presents music from Alfred Hitchcock's picture Spellbound. Love Themes Part 2 on one side by Miklos Rosa. Scherzo on the other side by Miklos Rosa. Dirty record, not good condition. It's got a crack starting that isn't going all the way through. I will keep it because it's kind of unique to me. Alfred Hitchcock was great. RCA Victor, Lover Come Back to Me, and Indian Love Call. Probably have this, and I don't think this one's going to be an upgrade. Royal, Unbreakable in Normal Use. Hot Canary by Iver Anderson and Orchestra. And the other side, How High is the Moon? On Royal label. Vitacoustic, I have that label already. The Harmonicats, Malaguena. And the other side is Harmonica Boogie by the Harmonicats. I think I'm going to stop buying records in bulk for a while. I have a lot to inventory and a lot to go through, to arrange and get my room set up like it should be. It's not exactly a mess, but it's not organized. Broken Columbia, Frankie Carl, that Naughty Waltz, Missouri Waltz. That's going in the trash can because of a break, and it's common. Probably already have 3 copies. Bowmar Educational, Richard Robinson, The Singing Farm, 10 Little Frogs, My Pony, and The Giraffe, A Green Frog, and My Rocket Ship. If these turn out to be 33s, I will probably go ahead and give them away. That's just the cutoff for me is 33s. I can't collect everything and not real interested in those. Here's His Master's Voice. The Gramophone Company Limited. No Name Jive Part 1 by Charlie Barnett and his orchestra. No Name Jive Part 2. Speed 78 JO67, made in England. It's for me, that's a pretty nice find. This one doesn't seem to be coming out clear even with the light. His Master's Voice again. Rainbow Mood by the Herbie Fields Quintet and Dardanella. Looks like to be a 1947 record. Cameo. Didn't expect a cameo in this bunch. George Beaver, Just a Girl That Men Forget. And the other side is Wait Till You're Blue by George Beaver. Good condition for its age. Mercury, Georgia Gibbs, If You Take My Heart Away, and 7 Lonely Days. Mercury. Columbia Red, Kay Kaiser, It's Kind of Lonesome Out Tonight, and Naughty Angeline. Not real good condition. I'll keep it for now till I can get an upgrade. Columbia Red, Swing and Sway with Sammy K, Goman, NASAI, and Until Tomorrow. Comes a Mercury. At the Old Piano Roll Blues, Feb September at the Pianola and the Bay Rum Boys. Other side is Spain, Feb September at the Pianola and the Bay Rum Boys. Never heard of them. Next up is His Master's Voice, Joe Lawson, His Orchestra, Temptation, made in England, and the other side is Moonlight Serenade. I don't try to keep my face in the video because you guys are not here to see me. Victor Batwing, Art Hickman's Orchestra, If I Stay Away Too Long from Carolina, and Henry Halstead and his orchestra, Sweet Little You. Oh, this looks like a Decca promotional record. Maybe not. Decca Loud Unbreakable Under Normal Use, Peter Cottontail by Mervyn Shiner. Rough condition record. And the other side, Floppy by Mervyn Shiner. One label is yellow, the other label is pink or red. Thought at first it was a promotional copy, and now I don't believe that to be the case. One side decent, the other side rough. Red Columbia, Carson Robinson and his Old Timers, Square Dances, Dive for the Oyster. And the other side, a torn label, Die for the Oyster Part 1, Die for the Oyster Part 2. Show you the good label, not the torn one. That clears out this milk crate. Let me grab another and we'll start through it. Alright, this crate has a lot of 12-inch in it and a lot of 10-inch. I'm going to just start with a 10-inch. This may be my last crate. I think I went through the other one. 33 1/3 Decca. The ink spots, I'm not going to keep it. Put it in the giveaway pile. Bullet, Francis Craig, Disillusioned, and I Still Get a Thrill. Disillusioned is misspelled in my book. Here is a red Caravan, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I don't I'll keep this. Goldilocks and the Three Bears on both sides. Unbreakable Vinylite. Deck of Personality Series, Russ Morgan, Wishing, and Goodbye Sweetheart. Spanish language, Colombia to Mexico, 33 1/3 10-inch. Now, I don't read Spanish, but I'll show you what the label is. And it will go in the giveaway pile. Clef Records, the hole is worn out really bad on this one. Count Basie and his orchestra. I guess they played the heck out of Count Basie. Okay. Something part Everyday Part 1 and Part 2. And this one's cracked. I'm going to keep it for now. I'm not sure that I have a Clef Records. It might play okay, we'll see. There's another red Three Little Pigs on Caravan. Both sides, Three Little Pigs. Okay. Your parakeet can teach itself to talk. Parakeet training record. Play this side first. American Bird Food Manufacturing Company. It's got a chip in it. Might affect the play on the first track just a little bit. It's probably a 33. I'm going to keep it just because it's unique. Unique to me anyway. The Children's Record Guild Ride 'em Cowboy. This is two different color labels. Pretty floppy. It's not shellac. Keep it for now. Epic Records, Roy Hamilton, You'll Never Walk Alone, and I'm going to sit right down and cry. Some good stuff in here, not a lot of really interesting, but so far anyway. MGM, George Shearing Quintet, Pick Yourself Up, and Roses of Picardy. I've got a box of albums. I'm not going to go through those on video because they're probably what should be in them. If there's anything special in there, I'll show it later on another video, but I'm not going to go through the albums. I don't see the point. I'm not excited about albums, don't care for them that much. I've got a lot of them, and I'm not sure what to do, whether I'm going to keep them or whether I'm going to sell or give them away. RCA Victor, Be My Love by Mario Lanza, and I'll Never Love You. Apparently can't make up his mind. MGM, Billy Eckstein, My Destiny, and Roses. Victor Batwing, Pal of My Cradle Days by Franklin Bauer, B-A-U-R. Torn label on one side, and the other side is Franklin Bauer, Brown Eyes, Why Are You Blue? Victor Batwing. Columbia Red, Frankie Carl, Counting the Days, and Missouri Waltz. Cameo striped red and blue label. Henry Scott, Call Me Back, Pal of Mine, and Somewhere. Label's not great. The record itself is okay. Brunswick, Lee Sims, I'm Coming, Virginia, and Me and My Shadow on the Brunswick label. Good looking record, clean. Vocalion, 60 Seconds Got Together, Dick Barry and his orchestra. Vocal chorus, Just We Three. And the other side is Dick Barry and his orchestra, My Reverie, vocal chorus by Anita Boyer. That's a good find. Record condition is decent. I'm not going to give it a grade because I'm not good enough to grade records. RCA Victor, The Typewriter by Ralph Flanagan and his orchestra, and Stranger in Paradise. Brunswick, Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians, As Long as Love Lives On, and I guess I'll have to change my plan. Some of these got a label sticker on it, which means more trouble to clean. Parlophone, made in England. Art Shaw and his new music. Vocal Dolores O'Neill. The 1938 Super Rhythm Style series, A Strange Loneliness. And the other side, Parlophone label's been covered over by some other kind of a label. It says CHAHINE. Nightmare by Art Shaw and his new music. Show you both sides of this one. Who knows what this stick-on label is supposed to be? Better crate on this one. Varsity, Jess Stacy, his orchestra, Breeze, and Breeze Foxtrot version, Breeze Blues version. Okay, here's another one with part of the stick-on label is actually torn off of it. It looks like the same thing. It's a Regal Zonophone, made in England. Ziggy Elman and his orchestra. Frolic in Swing on one side, and the other side is Bubbly Toki, Russian Traditional Air. On Regal Zonophone. See if I can get that angle just right. This is another one that doesn't want to be clear for some reason. Pathé. I do not have a Pathé. This thing is heavy. Aim Barelli and Son Orchestra, Opus number 1. The other side would be Bonjour Amour Slow by the same persons on Pathé. I'm glad to have that first Pathé I've had. We are at 25 minutes already, and I've got quite a few more records to look at. I believe I'm going to cut this video here and finish with one more. We'll see you in the next video.